Siberian sinkholes. In August 2020, a Russian TV crew flying across the Siberian tundra sighted a huge sinkhole and caught it on camera. The hole measured at least 20 meters wide and 39 meters deep, and no one seems to understand how such a huge hole formed. Since 2013, there have been discoveries of at least 9 other holes in the same region, but none of them were as gaping as the one recently found. These holes are situated in areas that are barren or sparsely populated, which is why there has been no record, data, or first-hand observations of how they are formed. After numerous investigations by scientists, they have a theory that melting permafrost caused a buildup of methane gas underground, which could have exploded to create these scary sinkholes. This theory is almost believable if you consider the strange amount of heat that is experienced in that area. But because of the highly complex makeup of the tundra and permafrost, researchers are still in doubt about the methane gas theory. Some people think the holes are landing sites for aliens and UFOs. The real mystery is, how many more of these sinkholes are yet to be formed, and how safe are we if things continue the way they're going? Elisa Lam. The story of Elisa Lam's death is one that will haunt people for a long time to come. A 21-year-old Canadian college student who was found dead in a water tank at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. In January of 2013, Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel and stayed here till the 31st of January, when she was last seen. Her parents, who didn't receive a call from her daughter on the 31st and couldn't reach her the next day, contacted the police. During the search for Elisa, the authorities pulled up the surveillance video showing when Elisa was last seen. In the bizarre video, Elisa is seen in one of the hotel elevators acting strangely. She steps into the elevator and presses all the buttons, but she doesn't stick around for the ride. Shortly after, she steps out of the elevator and looks around the hotel's hallways in a way that seems as if someone was after her, but no one else was captured in the video. 2 weeks later, the hotel guests started complaining that the drinking water had a weird taste and a foul smell. Tasked with investigating the source of the water contamination, a maintenance worker, Santiago Lopez, went to the hotel's rooftop, where 4 tanks used to serve the hotel were located. While on the roof, Santiago noticed that one of the tanks was unlocked and decided to check it. In there was Elisa Lam's body floating face up in the water. How Elisa ended up in the water tank is something that has continued to be a mystery till date. An autopsy performed on her showed that she had been taking medicines for her bipolar disorder. In line with this, there are theories that it was either the disorder or the medicines that drove her into a frenzy, and that's how she ended up in the tank. But according to Santiago's description, getting to those tanks involves taking an elevator to the 15th floor, climbing up the stairs to the rooftop, disabling the rooftop security alarm, climbing onto the platform where the tanks are placed, then climbing a ladder in the top of the tank, and finally unlocking it. The whole story alongside the surveillance footage begs the question, how did Elisa end up in that tank? There are people who believe it to be a murder conspiracy or an influence of evil spirits. Whichever the case, we may never know the truth because, till date, the mystery around Elisa Lam's death remains unsolved.